Oh my god.
You want a real one?
Immediate abuse.
We beat our DM so he performs better. Goblin House Studios.
Welcome to our actual play tabletop podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 8 of our tabletop podcast. I'm Matt, and I play Shrimp Stomp.
I am Spook Jam, and I play Galia Delaric.
I'm Jojo and I play Minx.
My name's Bianca and I play Leilathia.
Hello everyone, I'm Cody and I play Thoradin Stronghollow.
And I am Adam. I'm going to be our game master. You may have noticed in the last 2 episodes, we recorded number 6 and number 7 together in one session. You may hear a constant, unusual knocking sound. Our little studio here is slightly on the haunted side. We did not hear that sound in situ, as the Latin goes. We think it's the ghost. We've taken some measures to try to deal with that. Hopefully that will work. So we have an unnamed member of the podcast here amongst us. We're hoping they won't participate anymore. They're kicked out of the group.
He
Fired.
doesn't get a paycheck.
They're completely fired. So, where we last left off, the party had stayed the night in a disgusting hovel of a tavern.
Why do we always find the worst places?
A terrible place full of rats and spiders and maggots and wenches who are been discriminated against for their jobs and their lifestyle and their poverty level. And it should be noted that Shrimp Stomp had a terrible nightmare where he was trapped underground as if buried alive. But now it is morning and the group is getting ready to leave the inn, which is called the Tortured Sparrow, and head north towards an enclave of Ruka, halflings that come from the south. And there they hope to meet a man named Zin Erike, who might be able to help them with their problem. Alright everyone, you leave the tavern. It's a bright morning in a nasty part of town.
Oh, it's even uglier in the light.
It's even more than usual.
I can't even imagine what would make you itch.
More?
More, yeah. The bed had too many snacks. I couldn't eat them all.
Bed bugs, mites, tiny centipedes probably. Those little roaches. Little silverfish. Who knows what is covering your bodies right now?
Well, at least I don't have anything in my ears.
Leilathia's ears are crystal clean.
You're right.
No.
Small nibbles on the ends of her pointed ears. Alright. As you're heading north, all of you make a perception check for me.
Ooh. The lovely 5.
That's a 16.
And
I got a
18.
20.
10?
10 plus whatever your perception is.
So that's a 20.
Yeah, I got a 20 also.
No surprise.
Yeah.
I'm a bit more distracted by being covered in mites.
When you're on the road, you're
So 11.
Just like fiercely shaking out his hair. Just, please.
you get used to it. I just like look down. There's like a bug on my shoulder.
Well, Thoradin and Inks, you you notice that behind you, you keep seeing the same couple of faces in the crowd. You get a feeling these fellows might be either following you or just heading the same direction that you are. They're sure focused on you intently.
Oh,
I kind of elbow you and point,
I have
Just-
noticed.
just so that we're on the same page.
Well, don't look behind us quite yet, I say to everyone.
He immediately looks behind me.
Yes, I don't.
Don't be obvious.
Oh, okay.
But you think we're being followed?
Oh,
They may be headed where we're headed. We don't know yet.
I don't think so. They seem awfully focused.
Where are we headed again?
Is anybody's
We're
tattoo
headed-
showing?
No, we're headed to
Be
the
confused by all the bed bugs draining my blood.
the gym shop rock shop that I want to go to.
Ah, yes.
That
Okay.
area.
All right, here
I
is the
thought you meant
plan.
to work.
Master Shrimstone. I will
No.
need your help.
yes.
We're in
Not
jail.
GYGEM.
All right, so here's the plan. Master Shrimpstop, I will need your help.
Okay.
I want you to break off to the left, and I will break off to the right. Be as discreet as possible.
He said be as indiscreet
Be
as
as
possible.
indiscreet.
Get very
No.
obvious.
Immediately turns right and starts screaming.
But do it quietly.
Okay.
Are y'all just gonna go alone, or
No, we're gonna kind of we're both short, so kind of take off.
We're gonna keep going forward. They're just gonna kind of flank the guys, but not flank the guys. Make sure that everything's.
Which I assume is going to require a stealth check.
Yeah, if you would give me that, please.
So re-roll that, because it was like literally
It was more of a
is
16.
balanced?
16. Okay, stealth.
17?
That gives me a 21.
Okay.
No, it's literally 17. I have 0.
So.
Your strength.
You move, and those guys just fall out of sight to you. And for those of you in the center just watching, they visibly look around, confused, like they just lost their target that they were following, perhaps. Where do you go from there? You gonna-
Basically, just blend into the crowd and wait for them to pass us by.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep going forward because we know that they're we don't know. We're acting like we don't know that they're behind us
Mhm.
because we have them behind them.
Yeah. Well then, as we're walking, Galliot turns to y'all. It's like, do y'all know how to play any songs? Any musical instruments?
I know how to make things.
No.
My fox is pretty good at making weird.
Can you play the flops? Like an accordion?
Something like that.
Just get a good grip on it. Just
God, that's canon now.
Moon's shadow looks up at you with a look of utter just. What is wrong with you?
I think I'm still drunk from yesterday.
Clearly.
Well, I know how to play the bongos. It's about as much as I'm good at, so.
Thoradin, you hear some footsteps coming up towards you, probably from somewhere behind you.
Mm.
Sir.
hey, what is it?
This is a young kid, maybe 14 years old, dressed in kind of poor clothing. He has an envelope in his hand. Would you happen to be Mr. Thoradin?
Hello?
Who's asking?
I have a letter to deliver to a Mr. Thoradin. He shakes it, and you hear there's some coins inside.
Just, yes, that would be me.
Oh, all right then.
Thank you.
He hands you the envelope, and has a little glint in his eye. and he runs back into the crowd.
I didn't even wait for me to chip in.
Okay, the rest of y'all make another perception check, including Thoradin.
Oh no.
Oh, no, that's a nat one.
Oh,
no.
God.
I got
That's a
a
9.
19.
I got a
6.
9.
7.
I was too busy
Yes,
thinking
right.
about my bongos,
Yes,
bro.
because it's
Yeah.
a plus 1.
Gives me a total of 4.
I got
fully
I got a
distracted.
19.
Ninx, you see a couple people in the crowd flashing some hand signs to each other. You mostly notice this because a very big guy starts wading through the crowd directly towards Thoradin's location. And, he's so tall, he makes a sign. You see that, and that hints you to the fact that there's a few other guys closing in on
Thoradin.
either your whole group or Thoradin. You can't tell quite yet.
Alright, I quickly, swiftly jet through everybody, and I get to Thoradin. I'm like, hey, Thoradin? You got... Hold on. Hey, Thoradin? You had a tall dude headed towards you, and they're making some really, really, really weird hand gesture. I think we need to leave quickly.
I had the weirdest experience just now.
Yeah, I think we need to hurry up and get to safety, and I think the safety may be where I'm headed.
All right. Kind of look around. Do I see anyone
You can
quickly
see
approaching?
You can see one guy towering above the rest. He has a long, thin mustache hanging down, kind of tanned skin, and a ponytail on top of his head. Real rough-looking guy, like he's a pirate or something. Has several stitched scars over his body, and he's looking right at you and moving towards you. People are kind of getting out of his way.
Okay.
I think it's a little late for that.
And Galliot has no idea what's happening, right? I rolled a 9.
If Ninx has a chance to tell you
Before they ran off.
before something happens.
Because I have disguise self.
No.
Okay.
I can do Fairy Fire. I
Oh.
can cast Fairy Fire.
Excuse me.
Shrimp Stomp's still eyeballing the people that were following them.
They're still there. They kind of go towards one another, whisper towards one another, and start moving towards Thoradin.
Okay, I'm going to start walking towards them, but around to the behind them.
Gotcha. Okay.
Me and Lilithia just keep going straight.
Yeah, we
Just
just
talk about our musical instruments.
smoking my sky thistle.
So how
Not
does
even.
the fox work? Exactly.
I just kind of sit down since they're closing in quickly. I just sit on the ground and pull out my cards really quickly, and I cast Fairy Fire
He's got a spine, right?
On
Yeah.
on who in particular?
on the group that is headed towards us.
They're split up and through the crowd, so you could get because you can identify each particular target
Yeah.
that you and not exclude everyone else, right?
It's 20 cubic.
Okay. You can get the big guy and 2 other guys you noticed. There might be more, but you noticed these 2. You could hit them with it.
Okay, I cast Fairy Fire.
So you have casted Fairy Fire on the large man wading through the crowd and 2 men close to him. This makes him visible to Lilithia and Galliot now. You see this big guy just pushing people out of the way. He's not looking at you, he's looking past you in Thoradin and Ninx's direction, who is a bit behind you and to your right. On the other side of the street, Shrimp Stomp is coming up behind. On the left side of the street, Shrimp Stomp has snuck around and is coming up behind the 2 original men you noticed, following your group. With that, if you wouldn't mind, roll initiative for me.
That'll be a big fat 14 for Thoradin.
That is a 20 for Shrimp Stomp.
Yes.
Finally rolled high on initiative.
Yeah, no, plus.
So 12. I mean 11. Sorry.
Yes.
And accurately, with Galliot not knowing what the fuck's happening, besides now, You rolled a 6.
Why is that guy glowing?
What the fuck's happening, guys? That secondhand sky thistle. What's happening?
You're too worried about playing your bongos.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out how the fox physics,
She had an
bro.
11.
11.
Trying to fizz up.
Squawk, 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 squawk. Playing that fox.
Did you get mine?
Bro, you're gonna have to
Yes.
you're gonna have to let me borrow your fox at one point.
What?
I gotta learn to play him. What's his range?
Episode 8, and we got into furries.
It's a slippery slope, my friend.
Can you read sheet music?
I'm sure.
Can the fox?
Can the fox read sheet music?
He can read.
He can learn. Sorry.
Now I'm going to need you to hit me with that inspiration. So.
Inspired.
Nothing gets my blood pumping like the sound of bongos.
Appropriately enough, Shrimp Stomp, sneaking up behind the two men first noticed, goes first. What are you going to do?
So Shrimp Stomp's going to continue sneaking around the crowd and move up right behind the guy farthest back that's approaching Thoradin. And he is going to do... We're going to just absolutely mace him in the knee. We're going to Nancy Kerrigan him.
The old Nancy Kerrigan.
And then, so... That's going to be... Oh, I need to roll the hit first. The 17.
That was a reference for our older viewers.
It actually ends up being like a 22 to hit.
Absolutely hits.
Okay. That's an 8 damage.
All right.
And then I'm going to instantly disengage and move back into the crowd.
All right. So Shrimp Stomp put a couple of bystanders between him and the guy he just Nancy Kerrigan.
Human shields.
I don't think he's thinking of it that way. We're learning more about Thoradin over here. Get his runes. They were in the way. Okay. He yelps in pain and collapses to the ground, holding his knee. And his companion turns and looks down at him in shock and kind of looks around. Make a stealth check.
You total of 12.
He's looking all around, and he does see you slip behind some people, so he knows you're there. Nynx.
I'm gonna cast Entangle on the two that Shrimp Stomp just attacked.
Okay. Those are the people in the center of the road
Yes.
that is pretty close to Nynx. They both fail it.
All right. And they just have vines that come up from the ground. They have mushrooms and little crystals.
The man who's down, clutching his knee, is completely restrained to the ground now. And to his surprise, the other man who has his back to you now gasps as those vines come all around him and bind him, and he's struggling against them now. Thoradin, this is happening very close to you. You can still see the big guy moving towards you. What are you going to do?
So the first thing, I'm just looking at this guy, see what Nynx just did, and I look down at Nynx, and I'm gonna reach into one of my pouches, pull out like a small scrap of paper, a little small scrap of parchment, and I'm going to expend it. It's gonna like burn up in my hand. I'm gonna place my hand on Nynx's head and cast Shield of Faith.
Shield of Faith on Nynx.
And a shimmering field appears and surrounds you. And you get +2 AC.
Wait, Woohoo! Temporary.
Yes, it requires concentration and it'll last up to 10 minutes.
Would y'all move some of those bystanders away from the two men and Shrimp Stomp?
Scatter.
They're like, "Ee."
The crowd begins to scatter in that area where that conflict is happening. Is that it for your action, Thoradin?
That is my action.
Leilathia, you now hear a commotion going on behind you. You see what just happened, and you still notice the big guy hitting through the crowd. You and Galliot are next to one another, just right out in the middle of the street. Until now, completely unaware.
Is the guy aware, or the monster man coming towards the party, is he even aware that I'm a part of?
You're not sure. You're not sure.
Then I'll hit him with one of my Sky Talon arrows.
Okay, are you gonna move to where you don't accidentally hit a bystander?
Yes. Maybe beside one that's in the way.
Gotcha.
Don't forget, you have advantage, so you can roll twice.
And choose the highest.
Roll again.
Okay. That was a 5.
7 plus your longbow. That's 4.
11 damage?
11 to hit.
11 to
11
hit.
to hit.
Take it as earlobe or something.
Yes. your Sky Talon arrow hits him.
All right,
What's our damage?
Now you roll 1d8. Oh, no. Yeah, 1d8.
It's the pyramid diamond one.
Yeah, that one.
8 plus 2.
All right. You strike the man in the shoulder. He takes a step back and glares and looks through the crowd and sees you. He
Wait, am
looks
I
mad.
It was him.
That's a good point.
It was the accordion, we promise.
Don't play the fox anymore.
The two men besides the big guy that you just shot with the arrow, they spring into action. And one of them rushes through the crowd to meet you with a sword in his hand. The other guy pushes through the crowd in the same general direction. He pushes a bystander out of the way, also on his way to Leilathia. Okay, the first one swings a sword at you, and he gets a 15. What is your armor class?
14.
Ooh, he strikes you. You take 3 damage. As the other armed man rushes towards you, seeing that you just got struck with the sword, Moon's Shadow growls and snaps at the man running right towards you, tries to bite him. But the guy just boots him out of the way and keeps heading towards you. This guy slashes at you, gets a 13. Does that hit you? He misses you. Very good. Yeah. He was slowed down enough by the fox to make him suck. Galliot, what are you going to do with all this mess?
Okay. Give me one sec. Could I cast light on one of their eyes?
On one of their eyes?
Yeah. Or, hopefully both of their eyes. But... of one dude.
You'd have to touch them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have to touch
I know I'd have
them.
to touch them, but... It says an object, so...
Sheds light 20 feet radius. Would that actually hinder them? Well, that would hinder us because he's lit up.
Yeah, but he might not be able to see.
At all.
Yeah.
That would be a DM discretion right there.
Mm-hmm.
It would certainly distract him. So if you can run up and able to touch him without him stabbing you, you could try to do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then I want to get up to here, move these people out of the way. Go on. And then I want to smack him in the face
You're just going.
Just a little baby hand. Just,
All right, make an attack roll.
ooh.
Are you hitting him or?
Touch attack.
I'm casting light.
He has to make a dex saving throw.
Mm.
And you have
Did you
advantage against him.
Do you count it as a grapple?
That would make sense.
So it would be strength checks
Strength.
for both of y'all.
That's 0 for strength.
Sorry.
That's a 2.
Oh. Perhaps I should have shut up.
Yeah, originally I rolled a 17, but
He bats your hand out of the way.
oh shit.
What are you doing, you lout?
I'm just gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on him. I don't say anything. I'm just like,
Do you? I think that used up your
Yeah.
action though.
Casting light is an action.
Gotcha. It's a cantrip.
It's still an action.
Okay.
You know, one spell per action.
If you could move some of the bystanders out of the way there.
Oh my god!
More-
I'm running away.
More townspeople start to
Separate and hide.
separate and get away from this conflict that's apparently
Go ahead. and be
appearing in
reasonable.
sections all over the
Move.
street.
That's just this one person. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Just a panicking child.
It's a screaming baby.
Where's my mom?
So the big guy, he glares at Leilathia, pulls the arrow out of his shoulder and throws it on the ground. But instead of charging at her, he looks past her, narrows his eyes, grits his teeth, and just charges around Galliot, making a beeline for Thoradin.
What's his movement speed?
Third.
You get an attack of opportunity from Galliot.
Mm-hmm.
Now he would move far enough around to not.
Okay.
So a bit of an arc. And he'll do a full day, like the 60. I'm sorry, his full movement speed, trying to get to Thoradin as quickly as possible.
So take a dash action.
Dash.
Oh no!
This dude's just sprinting down the street.
He won't get paid for attacking Leilathia or Galliot.
Oh.
All right. The two entangled guys struggle to get free. The man who's standing is able to rip out of the vines covered in mushrooms and crystals that are entangling him. He sees you, Shrimp Stomp. He bites his lip and looks a little frustrated. Sees his boss just run up towards Thoradin. And he just turns his back to you really quickly. Stares down Thoradin. So he used his action to free himself. He will use his 30-foot movement speed to move to the side and push through that little group of bystanders on his way to try to flank Thoradin. However far he can get. Alright, Shrimp Stomp, you just saw him turn his back on you and head through there. The other guy is still writhing on the ground. He's dropped his weapon and nursing his busted leg. What are you going to do?
We'll consider him down for the moment. We're going to move up to Big Ugly. We're going to Nancy Kerrigan him. Mace right to the knee. That is 14 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. That'll be 5 damage. Bludgeoning damage, if it matters.
Alright, you smash him good.
Oh, wait, that's still going to do disengage. Run away! Come back over here.
He looks behind him really fast, his ponytail whipping around. He gives you a death glare, but turns his attention back to Shrimp. Turns his attention back to Thoradin. Nynx.
I am going to do Cast Shillelagh on my scimitar. And with that, I get a bonus action. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to stretch my hand out. And at the big dude, I'm going... Is he within 10? Yeah,
He's close.
Is he within 10?
He's 15.
He's at
away from you.
15.
Okay, I'm going to... Can I scoot
Yeah.
forward?
Yes.
I'm going to scoot forward just a little and cast Poison Spray on. And with that, the creature must succeed a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 of poison damage.
All right. What's the difficulty on that?
13.
I'm afraid he makes that.
Is it half for passing?
Mm,
I don't know which spells do and don't do half for passing.
His life as a filthy pirate has protected him from poison.
I don't think so.
I seem to remember it being all or nothing.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Yeah, there is some that it's half.
No, but with this one, I remember it being.
Looking at you, Fireball.
Okay, well, unfortunately, that doesn't connect. Thoradin, you have this huge blade-wielding man just heading straight for you. He's ignored all other threats.
Well, I'm going to use my bonus action to pull out my wrapped up warhammer, unwrap it, let that tattered banner just fall to the ground, and I don't know who you are or why you're after me, but I'm gonna make you regret it. And I'm going to charge straight into this guy.
Nice.
Nix is like, be careful, be careful.
Another Thoradin anime battle is
Yes.
Get the
And-
naked counter up.
I
Do you remove your shirt?
unfortunately cannot cast Searing Smite because I used my bonus action already.
You're just gonna
Whack
Club
So
him.
I'm just gonna club this guy.
hammer him.
It's hammer time. I'm sorry, I'll see myself out.
out.
I got a good laugh out of that in elementary school.
Back in 1937.
No. 1991.
So 24 hit.
Back in the
Dang.
Yes. Yeah.
Is it even-
Since I'm wielding it with both hands, that is a D10. That is a percentile dice. That is 7 bludgeoning damage.
7. All right. You smash the guy right in his chest. You hear his ribs kind of give way a bit. He snarls at you in solemnity, just a random curse for towards a short person.
Rude.
Rude.
That seems like a really important language we probably should have learned.
Minx puts her hands on her hips because she not understands, but like rude. Rude.
I understand somebody.
I think Thoradin's the only one that can speak solemnity.
But I understood the
Tone.
tone.
You've been called it before.
Because you've been called it.
I'm gonna go ahead and in solemnity call his mother an ogre.
As large as he is,
Yes.
it's possible that his mother was an ogre. Leilathia, that's what's going on behind you. You may not notice very much because you've got these two blade-wielding maniacs in your face.
I guess I'm going to get out my longsword.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
You're gonna attack,
Yeah.
and then you'll add that number.
Okay. So there's the guy that has the arrow. The guy hit by the arrow, and he.
The guy that got hit by the arrow is the big guy, and he ran past y'all to get
Yeah,
to
so you're either
Thoradin.
gonna hit the one right in front of you or the one in front of your fox.
The goons.
Yeah.
I'll hit the one that's right in front of me.
Okay.
It's an
Five.
8.
Yes.
An 8?
An 8.
Oh, that misses, I'm afraid.
I knew it.
Are you gonna stay there? Or are you gonna
Too much sky thistle.
Are you gonna stay there? Or you
Too
gonna...
high to fight.
I'm going to take a couple of steps back. This is most definitely 2-on-1 is not what they thought they was planning right now.
Gotcha. Okay. Alright, it's their turn next. The one closest to Galliot, because he's right up there near you. The one closest to Galliot chooses to strike at him instead with his sword. 9 damage. You got a critical hit.
Damn.
Are you down?
I'm at 1 HP.
Oof.
He got you good. Alright, the one that you backed away from,
Oh, yeah, because they have disadvantage.
They don't have disadvantage.
No.
No,
You
that's-
have advantage.
yeah.
All right, Leilathia, the one wielding a sword that you just backed away from, he backs up as well. He runs around and follows the same path that the big guy did on his way to Thoradin. He'll go ahead and take a whole dash. So he completely runs around the conflict behind Galliot on his way to back up his boss. Galliot, you just got stabbed really bad. What are you going to do?
Galliot's like bleeding out.
Couldn't he heal himself if he could? Or,
Yeah, I have
No.
cure wounds.
He can heal
Yeah,
himself,
he
but he'll
can.
take up his action.
He can cast a spell.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast cure wounds. Otherwise, I'm gonna be down. So, I don't think he's gonna take Accordion Fox seriously.
Oh, shit. Accordion.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. It's 1d8. Where's my d8? There it is. +3. That is a 1. Yeah, +3.
It's better.
It's better than 1.
5.
Yeah, I was about to say. Wait a second. And then. I'm like, Accordion Fox, help me, please.
Before would y'all move some of the bystanders basically totally away? The streets are pretty much cleared of non-combatants
They're
now.
all hiding.
They're like, oh, what the
They'll
fuck?
hide in the building and the shops.
Of course, except for this
Kids
one.
shopping
Yeah.
That one kid still
One kid.
crying.
No, he's like, he's eating popcorn. He has a Coke.
Oh wait, you got some people watching out of alleyways, bidding one another of who's gonna win. All this.
We get half of the cut.
There's a couple people watching all the way in the corners and stuff.
Moon's shadow turns around, smells your wound, and looks at you. Are you all right?
I just got stabbed.
It looks like you'll make it.
Encouraging word.
Thanks.
Is he like
If you didn't answer, that meant you weren't doing good. And
Yeah.
maybe something would need to be done, but you're gonna make it.
So if a human can talk, they're fine. Oh, wait. Well. Whatever, okay?
I didn't even get the joke part.
I didn't mean to say human. That's like, never mind. So I just,
Oh, that was the. All right, Thoradin, the big guy is staring you down. He adopts some kind of unusual fighting pose from a exotic, distant country. He looks like he's ready to go. But we'll have to revisit it next time on the next episode. See what happens. See if Galliot bleeds to death. See what happens. Thank you all for joining us. Look forward to seeing you next time.
See you guys later.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.